Hello everyone, and now welcome to Game 3. We are all tied up in this best of 3 series as we start this game here on Last Refuge. We see G1, also known as Alice, spawning as the blue night elf. Meanwhile, on the top right, we have Azure spawning as the red orc. Orc versus night elf in this 1v1 matchup. Gonna speed things up a little bit, get things to that 2-minute mark as things are always pretty much the same in the opening segments. Now, we are going to be looking at an Ancient of War creeping down over here at the 6 o'clock position. There you have it. Ogre Warrior tanking or dealing a lot of damage as the Archer finishes off and deals the killing blow. Meanwhile, Blade Master has not sold the Scroll of Town portal yet. No, gonna do so exactly now. Picks up a Circuit of Nobility and Dust of Appearance. No big surprise there as... I guess what I am surprised about is I thought Windwalk cost 75 mana. How did the mana looks a little bit low. Anyways, let's go ahead and take a look back down over here. Demon Hunter now coming in. May try to get off a mana burn onto that Blade Master if he ever breaks Windwalk. It looks like the Blade Master used Windwalk one more time. And now down to 140 mana there as he's going up against that Troll High Priest. Meanwhile, back down over here, the Demon Hunter making his rounds does have a Gloves of Haste and is now making his way off to the top right. We can see that an Ancient of War is going to reroute himself here, and now we should see a rather fast tech to tier 2. Now, this is a common strategy that Night Elf players use to try and protect their base while they are teching. The problem is that the Demon Hunter and the Archer are not enough by themselves to really fight back any sort of very, very strong early push. Lucky for them, though, there is not that much that the Blade Master and the Grunts can really do. The distances between the base and the commitment to a lot of Grunts is just generally not how Orc players want to fight it. They want to instead tech to tier 2 as well, as we are looking at here. They're going to tech to tier 2, try and go for a Tauren Chieftain, get Endurance Aura, followed by Shockwave, and hope that it will be a much more traditional long game battle and see who has better micro. Off to the north, you can see that the Demon Hunter came over, did a little bit of damage, and now moved all the way back. Meanwhile, the Blade Master, still sitting at level 1, needs to finish the Troll High Priest here. The Demon Hunter could perhaps get a mana burn off and gets the level. Beautiful, beautiful steal off of the Demon Hunter using mana burn, and that is going to put him on the board put him on the board at level 2, forcing the Blade Master to sit at level 1 just a little while longer. Demon Hunter is still running laps around the map here. Meanwhile, the Blade Master should not be able to catch up. Both of them should have the same movement speed, short of Windwalk doing a little bit of something. All right, it looks like the Demon Hunter double backed around. Is he going to buy Dust of Appearance? And he does buy the Dust of Appearance. Are we going to see a mana burn now? No mana burn, as there is the Dust of Appearance. You can see that the Blade Master is right there, but I don't believe Alice needed to use it there at all. He could just have easily, he could have just as easily ran away, knowing that even if the Blade Master used and broke Windwalk to try and deal damage to that Demon Hunter, the Demon Hunter should be able to get away pretty successfully. Off over here, the Demon Hunter, Sentry Ward now placed down by Azure. So Azure now with the Sentry Ward will know exactly what units are coming outside his opponent's base and the timing of such. Meanwhile, the Blade Master down to 60 mana. Beast Master now out. And are we going to perhaps see that mana burn come in? No mana burn, even though I would have suspected it earlier. And the Demon Hunter should be mana burning here. However, the Blade Master just constantly getting away from his target just a little bit. And all right, there's that mana burn. Blade Master unable to do very much, as we should be looking at more Quill Beast being summoned to try and take down the Bestiary or that Spirit Lodge. Back over here, the Quill Beast attempting to actually try and take down a Grunt here. The Spirit Lodge is going to take a little bit of damage, but not much to force a cancellation, as it doesn't look very strong for Alice. Alice needs to keep up this pressure, though, and if he can keep up the pressure as the Ancients of Wind are building, he's going to be in a very good spot here. All right, the timing looks like he's going to start trying to train up one Druid of the Talon while doing the Adept training, Right as the adept training is done, the Tree of Eternity should be done as well, allowing for the fastest unlocking of Cyclone, even though you're not going to have that many Druids of the Talon to actually cast it. All right, there you see it. You can see that the Tree of Eternity is still a bit a ways away from getting to tier 3 as the Tauren Chieftain picks up a Manual of Health. Demon Hunter finishing up the Ogre Magi creep camp, picking up a Ring of Protection +2. Not going to be that helpful here as we're looking at the Troll Trapper getting taken down. Demon Hunter still sitting at level 2, not going to get to level 3, obviously, off of this particular creep camp, as the Tauren Chieftain now off to the north to try and clear out the Goblin Merchant Shop. Blade Master finally gets to level 2. Tauren Chieftain is not going to be too far behind. And if the Tauren Chieftain and the Blade Master get to level 2 this quickly, this Tauren Chieftain Blade Master combination should be strong enough to really start dealing some serious damage. Potion of Greater Mana should be given to that Tauren Chieftain later, as Shockwave is so crucial. Beastmaster still sitting right there. You can see Adept training is about done. We're going to be training up another Druid of the Talon. And wow, right as this one is going to get done, are we going to see a Tree of Eternity? It looks like no. He is actually going to have 4 Druids of the Talon before he starts that Adept training, which is really important, as you do need a lot of mana on those Druids of the Talon for it to really be worth it. All right, you can take a look. There is the Mastery training now. 188 mana, 178, 136. We are looking at the Blade Master still sitting at 2, the Tauren Chieftain still sitting at 2. Meanwhile, the Demon Hunter and the Beast Master sitting at 2, level 1. If any of the previous games are any indication, being behind in level may actually be a blessing in disguise. I think whoever had the least amount of experience at this stage in the previous 2 games ended up winning, as we're looking at the Tauren Chieftain clearing out this Forest Troll creep camp. Blade Master is still sitting at level 2. Demon Hunter and Beastmaster now ready to go. You can see 6 Druids of the Talon with Mastery training about done, about 60% done. And by the time the next engagement happens, we should be looking at Cyclone. The Spirit Walker, however, does have Disenchant, as we are now looking at 49 over 50 supply with only 1 Spirit Walker, though. Is there enough Disenchant? Even if 2, is there enough Disenchant to really make that big of a difference? Goblin Tinker is now joining in on that fight. There's a Wisp bringing in from behind. What is going to happen with this 2-1-1 army? Those Druids of the Talon need to Cyclone and pick up the heroes to try and nullify them. Spirit Walkers also wandering their way over, as we're looking at the Beastmaster and the Druids of the Talon now making a move in. All right, here you go. One poor Druid of the Talon getting ensnared, getting caught off of the wrong location. There's a Cyclone, and that is going to be pretty much the end of that, unable to do anything else. Here you are. There's the engagement. Wisp are ready for battle. There is a Shockwave now coming in. There's the Cyclone, as there's the Disenchant. Potion of Invulnerability on the Blade Master to try and take down this Pocket Factory. Pocket Factory still doing a good job creating Clockwork Goblins, as the Druids of the Talon are actually doing a really good job focusing down on the heavy armor units. If we see them focusing down onto the heavy armor units, such as the Grunt, that may be just enough, as a Potion of Invulnerability was used here. All right, Raiders now getting taken down, or Raiders now pushing forward. Raiders having superior damage against the unarmored type, as the Druid of the Talon now in a very, very dangerous trouble. All right, there it goes. Demon Hunter sitting at level 2. Blade Master once more up in the air. Druids of the Talon very low on hit points, but still able to fight this back here, as there goes an Ancient of War. Cycloning it up. It looks as though more damage is being dealt, as the Blade Master now trying to chase after the units. Are we going to get some free damage onto that unit? No, we are not. But the Blade Master could get to level 3 if it cleared out another creep camp. Demon Hunter with that Orb of Venom, I'm sure did a lot of damage, spreading out that debuff across multiple units. Demon Hunter sitting at level 2, almost level 3. Meanwhile, the Beastmaster is back out on the field along with the Goblin Tinker, and they are now ready to go. All right, one Peon gets taken down. There goes a Quill Beast there, as we are still looking at all of the Druids of the Talon who should perhaps be standing over here to not miss their target. mine or +5 armor, but does not have the fairy fire debuff. A little bit surprised by that. -4 armor there, taking an additional 17% damage. As we're looking at Alice just dominating the scene right now. So far, the Demon Hunter is in a really good spot. The Beastmaster is going to be able to heal back up pretty easily here. And once all these units are back up to at least in the green hit points, they'll be able to push with a fair amount of hit points and mana. Meanwhile, taking a look at the Orc Army, many of them are in the orange or even in the red. That is not where you want to keep your units at. You need to try and use more healing salves, but that does get rather expensive over time. Raiders now being brought down. Druids of the Talon, one hawk in the air, keeping track of things, making sure that the Blade Master has not been trying to run around. Fairy Dragon to stop the mana flares, or start mana flares and stop the disenchants from those Spirit Walkers, or maybe even the Spirit Link. There you have it. More units all banding together, grouping together. Beastmaster sitting at level 2. Demon Hunter sitting at level, I believe, level 3, but I need to be able to click on him. There we go. Sitting at level 3, as we see the Goblin Tinker now get to level 2 as well. Ogre Magi is left behind. Scroll of Greater Healing. I don't know what item was left behind. I don't see one. It was perhaps a crystal ball, but that is not that great of an item, as we now see a Scroll of Town Portal landing straight up on top of the units here. All right, Blade Master, we might hit in a little bit of trouble. Gets away, though. The mana burn did go down, but a Druid of the Talon let that Blade Master escape and head back home. All the units now heading back home. Are they going to be able to regroup? Peons now being added to try and spread around a little bit more of that damage with Spirit Link. And that's exactly what we're looking at here. Ogre Lord coming in. Ogre Magi coming over as well. Ogre Lord getting in a little bit of bloodlust. Going to chase after the units. There's the Ensnare. And one of the biggest pet peeves of mine is the fact that you can aggro a level 7 Ogre Lord and essentially not take any damage, as I believe the Blade Master should be picking up that last item there, plus 14 a DAC now. All of a sudden, Tauren Chieftain is right there as well. Mana Flare now coming into play. Are we going to see a lot of damage being dealt? If you see a disenchant, we are going to see that Mana Flare as a one Spirit Walker does get taken down. All right, Blade Master not doing enough damage, using the Potion of Invulnerability to try and fight back, taking down a summoned unit. Not really the best course of action right now, as the summoned unit is going to die anyways. You need to go after all those Druids of the Talon, but they are safely positioned in the back and really not in danger of falling. Even if they do fall, all they have to do is just do a little bit of a fall back, and then the Druids of the Talon able to use that very long magic range damage to try and make their opponents suffer for trying to chase them. All right, Tauren Chieftain gets in a Druid of the Talon kill. There is a healing ward finally taken out. Meanwhile, let's see. 2 mana flares ready to go, as they do in fact have plus 12 armor, reducing the amount of damage they're taking. We are still looking at a big fight here. Demon Hunter is sitting at 430 hit points, using Staff of Preservation to try and save a unit there, as the mana flare from the Fairy Dragons should be coming in. There you have it once more. 2 Druids of the Talon now taken down. Blade Master now up in the air. Beastmaster sitting at level 3, may be able to drop off another Quill Beast. Demon Hunter down to 330 hit points. Needs the fight to survive, and this is still looking like anyone's game. Druid of the Talon now trying to push off to the north here. Both sides sticking around in this fight, thinking that they can win it, but only one player can. There goes the Tauren Chieftain, who did have an Ankh of Reincarnation, but I still believe gives a little bit of experience. All right, there is the Ankh of Reincarnation, not a full resurrection, only a partial. And with that, no mana, that is going to be a problem, and Azure gives the GG. Alice takes game number 3. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. Hope you guys enjoyed it.